Welcome, dear viewers, to Couch Warrior TV on YouTube. I'm the Couch Warrior, and this is a channel update for September 2017. There are so many cool and exciting things going on right now that I thought it was time for a channel update. Kind of let you know what's coming up. Sometimes this is the best way for me to communicate with you guys, and I don't do these as often as I should, probably, considering how many things are going on at the channel and with the podcast and all that kind of stuff. So sit back, couch potatoes, and take it in. Get yourself a cup of coffee. I have done that. And let's go over some stuff. First and foremost, September is a cool month. Not only because my birthday is in September, but because we're having a panel discussion on September 15th. If you remember, we did this about a year ago, and it was a lot of fun. I think it was a great success. We had people from the Skyrim community, from the YouTube community, sort of all come together. And we had a panel discussion about the release of Special Edition. And that went so well, we decided to do it again. So this year, we're doing a panel discussion on September 15th. It will be starting at 3 p.m. Central Time. And the topic of discussion this time around is going to be role play and telling stories with games. We're going to be touching on this topic from a lot of different directions. We're going to be looking at it from the side of the gamer, from the YouTuber who's creating stories for others to consume, from the perspective of the mod developer who is trying to create mods with role play in mind. And we've got a really exciting and interesting group of people this time around. Jessa will be joining us from the Jessa channel. If you haven't checked out her work, please do that. She's got a lot of great stuff out there, some great Skyrim, and as well as a lot of other really unique and interesting games on her channel. So check that out. Dirty Weasel, Cal, he will be joining us yet again. He is a master of mods. He does a lot of testing. He understands deeply the inner workings. He's done a lot of conversions to SE. He's helped me out with a lot of projects. So Cal is a great person to have on. He's an authority on this kind of stuff, and he knows a lot about what's going on in the community. He can be found on YouTube at Dirty Weasel Media. Gamer Poets, Michael is going to be joining us. Michael, obviously, of tutorial fame, but Mike is also a role player. He's got a lot of great series out there in Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim, and so he's going to be coming at this from a couple of different perspectives here, which we're really excited about. We've got Dark Fox 127 and also SimSim will be joining him as well, and they come at it from the side of, you know, mod developers who are trying to create mods for the community that really are deep in role play elements. They allow you to add aspects of role play to your game. These mods are really designed with that in mind. So we're going to get their interesting perspective on that whole thing. And then joining us this time around, which we're really, really excited about, is Rycon. So Rycon will be joining us. Obviously, everybody knows who Rycon is. If you're into good stories, Rycon has got to be a regular stop for you. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, please take some time to do that. He creates wonderful stories using game platforms of all kinds and has lots of interesting content on his YouTube channel as well. So we're really excited about that. We're going to be doing that via Google Hangouts. It will be live streamed and will also be recorded and released later if you can't make it. Last time around, the panel discussion went about 3 hours or so, and when it was over, I feel like we were all ready for more. We were ready to keep going, but we had to cut it off because we'd hit kind of that 3-hour mark. So feel free to join us live. Again, it will be recorded, so you'll be able to catch up on the recorded version of it, the edited version of it on Couch Warrior TV. What else is going on? So on Couch Warrior TV, I have been working over the last month and a half on the return of Fleet Featherstone and the Aranis Arcana story, which started back in 2013 and has been on hiatus now for quite a long time, about 3 years. It is by far the most popular story. It is the story that built my channel. It is the story that built me as a content creator. And I decided to bring it back. It seemed like it was time to do that. Now, I had an announcement a while ago letting everyone know that I was going to do that. And in the meantime, I've been doing a lot of testing, a lot of development, a lot of writing, trying to just get prepared for this monstrosity of a story to relaunch. So, if you are interested in catching up on older episodes of Fleet's story, so you kind of know what's happening as we move forward, you can do that. You'll find those on CouchWarriorTV. You can also go out to the website, which is featherstone.charactercrusade.com. There you're going to find all kinds of handy resources. So all the production preview videos are out there. There's some audio out there. There's an FAQ. There's a whole bunch of background information and resources with regard to the original story that this is content that was created by people who are fans of the story who put it into the wiki for me back in the day. The wiki is no longer being updated, but all of the content that's most relevant has been moved from the wiki to the website, featherstone.charactercrusade.com, and you can find it all there. You'll also find episode guides there. There is a full episode guide for Act 1, and Act 2 is about half finished, and I'm continuing to peck away at that. I hope to have Act 2 and Act 3 done sometime here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, so those episode guides will be available. The episode guides are handy because they link you to the episode in question, but then also provide you with a bulleted list of what the high points were pertaining to the story or any discussions that we had during that episode that are pertinent to the story or development of the character. So that is certainly a handy resource. The other thing that you'll find out there that is new as of this week is there is a complete mod list out there for your perusal. It will allow you to see what mods I'm running. There is also some handy information out there to let you know what hardware I'm running it on. And so you can kind of check that out and get a sense for where I'm at with things. Now, that is a list that is going to be updated periodically because I'm continually testing things. Right now I've got 88 or 89 mods in the lineup. I have capacity for more, but I like to start the story with some headroom because you never know at what point during the story there will be a development that will cause me to, want to go out there and find an additional mod to add in to support some new aspect of the story. So I have to make sure I can't be maxed out at the start. Plus, the more condensed I can keep the mod list, the less likely I am to run into trouble. But if you want to check that out, go to featherstone.charactercrusade.com. You'll find a link to the mod list on most of the pages there. Go and check that out. And if you want to provide me with any feedback on production previews that you've seen to date, there is also a contact form there that you can send me messages, and I will reply to them as soon as I can. Now, the official release date for Featherstone, which is the continuation of the Aranis Arcana story, is October 15th. The story will resume on October 15th. That is roughly a month and a half from now. I know it sounds like a long time, but there is a lot of production work still to be done between now and then for me. I've certainly got my hands full. But you, as viewers, that gives you time to review the older episodes, take in some of the kind of pre-production content that I'm putting out there. But I also wanted to let you know that for those of you who are interested in attending, there is going to be a live stream on October 13th. It's going to be either on October 13th or 14th, a day or so before the official release of the story, where we are going to do an official premiere. And that is going to be a lot of fun, and that is a great segue into my next exciting event. Couch Warrior TV and Character Crusade podcast are going to be doing a 24-hour charity live stream starting on October 13th at 6 p.m. Central Time. It is going to be 24 hours of gaming, conversation, podcasts, and we are going to be raising money for Gillette Children's Hospital through Extra Life. So if you're interested in donating, that is much appreciated. You certainly don't need to donate in order to attend the live stream, but anything that you're willing to give certainly is great. So 24-hour live stream is going to start, as I said, October 13th, 6 p.m. Central Time, with a live episode of the Character Crusade podcast. We are going to be having a fun and lively interview / chat with Steve. He's a guy who we're excited to talk to Steve. He is a founder of Skyrim Book Club. And if you haven't checked it out, Skyrim Book Club is super amazing. It is a podcast where they are basically reading all of the books in the Skyrim game. So if you ever want to catch up on any of the in-game books, what a great way to do it, because you can do it while you're working out, while you're commuting, while you're at work, things like that. But they have a lot of great content out there, and he's been crowdsourcing a lot of the voice talent for this stuff, which has been really great to get, people in the community involved. So we're gonna start out with a bang by talking to Steve. And then we are going to transition into some live gaming, which is going to take us through the night into the wee hours of the morning. And then we've got a lot of other interesting things planned. I think we're going to do some contests, some giveaways, some trivia. We're going to do some discussion on various topics of interest to Skyrim enthusiasts and role players. And one of the things we're going to do is we're going to have a premiere party where we are going to be showing the first episode of Fleet's Return, Featherstone, the Black Epic. We'll be showing the first episode live during the stream with commentary, where, Joe, myself, and possibly Matt as well will be discussing the episode. We'll be talking about the story to date, the direction the story is going. We'll be answering listener questions in chat. It's going to be just kind of a fun social event. And then the video will be released to the public on the 15th. So that's pretty exciting. Keep an eye on the website, charactercrusade.com, and this channel for further announcements about that. We're putting together an agenda right now for the different things that we're going to be doing during the live stream, so people can get a sense for when they might want to log in if they're interested in specific content. So there'll be many more announcements coming out about that on CouchWarriorTV and CharacterCrusade.com. So a couple of additional things. If you'd like to support the channel, if you'd like to support the creation of Featherstone, we very, very much appreciate it. We have seen a slight uptick in Patreon supporters since I announced the beginning of the story and started putting out sample content from the story. If you're interested in getting involved in our Patreon campaign, you can do that by going to patreon.charactercrusade.com. You'll find all the information you need there. And what I have been doing is, as I've been going through the pre-production process for Featherstone, I've been producing a lot of stuff for the public, but I've also been producing a few episodes, a few special pieces that only patrons see. Only Patreon supporters will see these, and we've done a few of them now. Some of them have been sample video of dialogue, cinematics, things like that, and then I've been posting them also out on a patron-only channel on our Discord server and soliciting feedback from the community. I'm very, very much interested in getting the story right, so I have been soliciting feedback from Patreon supporters and taking their feedback and working suggestions directly into my production process, into my story setup and all that stuff. So if you're interested in being a contributor, that's one of the things you can look forward to, getting access to some Patreon-only content and kind of getting involved in some of the pre-production process. And there's still plenty of time to get involved in that. There'll be more special stuff available once the story launches. If you're interested in supporting the channel, but don't want to do it on a recurring basis, you can also just go to our store. and buy something interesting there. You can go to shop.charactercrusade.com and get yourself a Silence is Our Battle Cry t-shirt. That would help a lot. Anytime you buy something like that, we make a couple of bucks, and that goes toward supporting the story, keeping the lights on, all of that good stuff. So that is all I have for you today, but please stay tuned to the channel for many more updates. There's lots of exciting things going on, and there will be more updates on the live stream coming up, and probably they will be done as channel updates because it is clearly the best way for me to get in touch with you guys for the most part, as opposed to me posting it on Twitter or on the website. So look for more updates to come, and I thank you all for your continued support.